I was going to mention that if you have any more questions, you're bringing them up, but I'm pretty well swamped, so I think we have enough to keep everybody busy here. As I mentioned, Mike Chen is going to be translating for Dr. Zhu, and so I'll start with some questions for the panel. These questions are related to policy issues and market demand within China. So Dr. Zhu, how much impact is the crackdown in corruption having on people holding back investing in the real estate market?
Impact is the crackdown of corruption having on people holding back investing in the real estate market. The crackdown on corruption has a definite impact on the real estate market. However, it is not as severe as what the world perceives. Dr. Zhao suggests yes, there are corrupt people who are unwilling to invest in the real estate market if you're getting caught. But the number is small. The percentage of that is very small. The key contributor is still the banking rate. He believes the interest rates remains the key factor to growth of the China real estate market.
The next question I'll share it between Carl and Dr. Zhao. This question asks, if the real estate is overbuilt within China, will infrastructure pick up the slack? Will the distribution players be the same or same as historically? So we're asking who can pick up the slack, and will that impact the distribution channels and the players?
In China, there are still a lot of vacant homes in the Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. China is still an emerging growth country, and yes, there will be lumber being utilized to build newer infrastructures in China.
Just from a market perspective, I think that China's going to the service-based industry and they're going to focus more on internal consumption. The question here says, will infrastructure pick up the slack? I think absolutely. With like they were saying, with the Tier 2 cities being overbuilt and a migration of workers into the urban centers, I think they're going to be able to fill the overbuilt situation. But will the distribution players be the same as historical? I think that in terms of if we're talking about the distributors of wood products, they're not going to be able to purchase a new product, especially concrete form product, the traditional players. So we're talking added infrastructure with the One Silk, One Road initiative. I think it's going to be more on an industrial base than a residential base.
I'm going to finish with a question that kind of wraps up to all of that demand issue. I've got questions here asking about when will the balance of log and lumber inventories come back into norm, and effectively what will this mean for the increased supply of Russian and New Zealand and European lumber coming to China? Where do you see softwood lumber fitting
前大家都非常关心的一个问题。这个问题呢，我们在中国也好，在世界其他的这个公司呢，也都提出这些问题。这个问题主要就是说，我们 SPF， 我们主要在中国都是用的是3D材和4D材用在建筑、房屋建筑。但是中国的房地产下行以后呢，它的用量就非常减少了很多，所以现在造成了我们的库存很多。中国现在用量最大的，应当是在出口量里最大的是家具品牌。这个 SPF 呢，在尺寸上是不符合中国家具品牌的尺寸，所以说，中国的市场在变化，而 SPF 一直都没有变化，这样的话，它就会出现了现在的情况，这是也是日积月累造成的这些情况，这个情况现在更为突出，并且俄材和新西兰材又这么便宜，这样的话它对影响是非常大的。不会取代 SPF 不会被取代，因为它只是在用量会有减少，但是呢，它还有一定的很大的空间。
So Mr. Zhao said that was a $1 million question. You know, everybody asks the same question. Will it displace SPF in the market? Well, Russia, New Zealand, and Europe does threaten the consumption of SPF in the market, in the China market, but it will not displace the SPF in the market. China is a huge market, and a slow China still consumes a lot of wood. Most of SPF is actually not being used widely for the furniture industry. Most of the European wood is being used for the furniture industry. The SPF market remains the same in China. It's just that the China market demand has grown to adapt other species from New Zealand, Russia, and Europe.
I can just only answer my perspective from mostly the North American species. You know, if you're talking about displacing SPF, in the market right now, what we're finding is that when there's more supply than demand, then people revert to the species that's white. So right now, everyone wants SPF. It's white, it's bright, it's easy to cut, and that's really what it comes down to. You know, we sell virtually all species to China. Douglas fir has its issues with sap, and it's hard to cut. Hemp fir, the complaints are white fir, the complaints are also the knots are too big and it's checking. And then the southern yellow pine is actually a pretty good species for subversion manufacturing, especially in the local grades and that sort of thing. And then on the coast, green hemp fir, green Doug fir, those are still baseline items for concrete formwork. But you know, going to an HT product, especially if it's a metric product, there are some value items for that. So in terms of displacing SPF, I would say it's based on demand. When there's too much demand, then and SPF doesn't spill over, then people start buying other species. But when it's retracted like right now, it's a problem, and it's a predominant market.
Thanks, Mike. Glenn, we haven't forgotten you, trust me. We have a question here that tough to start with, but here we go. You've shown a drop in New Zealand log pricing. How do the net margins look to have changed after factoring in shipping and other costs? So where do you feel that the net margins are? Are we still in positive? How low can log prices go? And when might we think that the balance of inventories correct itself? You mentioned in your presentation, if you could readdress that.
Okay, for the large supply, as I mentioned, it's a split market in New Zealand. The large suppliers have come quite a bit on basis than the small suppliers. Those large suppliers are still definitely positive, and in some respects the CFR price is actually quite healthy. What the issue that we have is that supply in China is completely out of whack. What's required, the balances out in the ports. However, the offtake is actually quite healthy. We have to get the balance down to what's people are used to. That's going to take, I'm optimistic, people talking about third quarter, so it will be third to fourth quarter, I think. When we get those balances down, then some reliability will come into it. But what I am hearing at the moment is that some of the large suppliers that would normally just keep on supplying through the peaks and the troughs, they are definitely cutting back. But it's an issue mainly to do with lower returns, not they're still making a profit, they're still doing okay, but the slower returns and also it's just getting market to accept the product.
Okay, Glenn. There's a few questions that kind of go to the point of this oversupply of logs to China, and the question kind of sums up to, has New Zealand learned anything from this event where the whole world, let's say, but logs going everywhere, have oversupplied China? Have the suppliers learned